Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Blueprints. In the last episode, I made some progress. One thing I just noticed, and I think I noticed this at the end of the last episode too after I stopped recording, is that I exited without saving. I just closed the window. So we technically lost the progress of day 56, but I don't think we did anything on that day that was beyond just information gaining, you know? Maybe I checked out a book from the library. That would be the only thing I can think of. Either way, uh, I think what we are, what we are still trying to do remains the same. We need to check out the books from the library to solve the new clue puzzle. That's from number one. Number two, we need to figure out how to open the other safes. We know where one of them is. It's in the drawing room. I think there's another. Oh yeah, we know where two of them are. Drawing room and study. We don't know the dates for those safes yet. So that's the next main goal. Another big goal is the admin key, which I think the new clue connects to, because I remember the new clue having the admin key. It said the suspect is a key with a period after it, implying that it is a shortened word, potentially admin key, and then it had the image of the terminals interface. So I do think that admin key makes sense to get from a new clue. Then there was what else was there? There was something else. We did the chess piece puzzle. Oh yeah, we had the torches. We unlocked the armory with the power of the night, which allowed us to buy the torch to light up the torches. We used that in the tomb to uncover the key to her ladyship's diary. So we just didn't have the time to bring it back to the room. So we're going to go get that if we get the chance. And then also torches in the underground torch room, which can only be gotten to through the tomb right now since we haven't unlocked the fountain. So in other words, a lot of what we want to do starts with us drafting tomb, but it's precisely because of that I'm going to wait till I have some dice before I go outside. I'm sure there are other things I'll remember that I wanted to do as well. Oh yeah, laundry room plus boiler room, and then the boiler room underground. Those remain some of our biggest mysteries. I'm fine with just keeping going north and not being able to go left here, because I want to draft her ladyship's chambers. So honestly, corridor is fine here. I mean, obviously, I'd rather wait. If I was trying to get to room 46, I'd rather wait to draft corridor until we're further north, but it doesn't really bother me that much. We'll do observatory here because I think one of the books that is necessary for the new clue puzzle is the book that you can also read in here, The Fixed Stars. This has a green cover, that's right. So let's look. Green is page C, word A, where C refers to number 6, I believe, and A refers to number 4. And title pages count. So this is page 1. Okay, yeah, so we're going to page 6. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6. And then word, I am assuming that, obviously, that this is page 1, and both of these are page 2, and then both of these are page 3. And it's not like page 4, page 5. But the numbers indicate otherwise, right? That would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it would be word 4. So it would be trunks. Let's write down both options. So we'll write down trunks as an option. And we'll write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will write down R as the other option. It's option 2. But I think trunks makes more sense, and I think I'm gonna have to recheck out the new clue book. Okay, this is the key. And then this is the sail. Might as well. Yeah, we do have to go back. Oh no, we don't have to go back. Was there a reason I wanted to do pump room? Only if I got to room 46 and got the basement key, so I don't really care about that right now. It's a bad spot for chapel anyway. Let's just do parlor here, and then we'll go through. We'll do it now. I'm going to check everything that we can read for dates. I'm just going to have a section where I write down dates, so that whenever we get to a safe, we can try all kinds of different things. Because it'd have to show us the date somewhere in the game, right? Okay, the gems are in a box with a false statement. Both statements on the blue box are true. Okay, if this was true, this would have to be true, which means this would have to be false. Let's see if that makes sense. Which also means the gems would have to be in here. The gems are not in the blue box. The gems are not in the box. This cannot be false, which means this cannot be true. Which means one of the other two is true. Let's start with this one as an option. Both of these statements are true. Okay, so if that's true, then the other one would have to be true. The gems are in this box. Okay, so if this was true, the gems are not in the blue box. True. The gems are not in the gems are not in the blue box. False. The gems are not in the black box. True. So this would be a mixture, which means this would be false. Which cannot be true because both statements on the blue box are true, is true, which means that this could not be false. The top one would be false, but the bottom one couldn't be. I do think this has to be true, but I think this... Wait, no. I think this is false. Both of these statements are true. No. The gems are in this box. No. Which I think means this is true, because we already established this can't be true. The gems are not in the blue box, the gems are not in the black box, meaning they are in the white box. But just to verify, that would mean that if this were false, and this were true, this could be any mixture that would make sense. The gems are in the box with a false statement. Okay, that would be false. Both statements on the blue box are true. That would be false. So that's fine. That could be false. And it would still all make sense for this being where the gems are. Okay, great. Let's just do bedroom here, and then instead of going through, we'll go back down to the lower ranks. I get it now. The knight is in this room because it's like looking at the knight. Huh. Okay, this way. Drawing room, we know there's a safe in here if that is something we care about, which it kind of is. I think you pull on this. Let's try May 2nd. I mean, I know it's probably unlikely. That would be 0502. Okay, yeah. No. That's fine. I didn't think that was going to work. I think whatever the date is for that is the date that he died, maybe? Which I forgot what date that was. Okay, let's just go back here and see. Oh, that's on... fuck. That's the new letter. I need the old one. Open in the event of death. Closet here, or do we do commissary here? Let's do commissary. And then this can be whatever we want now. Wine cellar is great. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a date we can write down in our dates thing. And I do believe that's 1213. Maybe my Roman numerals are way off. But I'm going to write 1213. Also, yes, definitely the holly, like I mentioned in the last episode, is in the shape of the microchips we need to find. I don't know where those are, though. Oh, also boiler room furnace. That does something. Maybe it melts the freezer? That was my theory at one point. Okay, let's buy the magnifying glass. Let's buy a set of gems and a shovel. Let's buy both of them. Why not? Now we have plenty of stuff to work with. Yeah. Ooh. Let's do laboratory. If we're going to be going into a dead end anyway, I would rather do laboratory. I think it will help us out. Okay, I can just do immediately a letter will be delivered to the mailroom, or I could do each time I find trash while digging. Or whenever I spend 2 or more gems drafting a room. This is guarantee. This is probably going to happen more than one time this run, I would say. If I make it to the foundation, it will definitely happen more than one time. Okay, I'm going to select this, because that's what I really want. I think I can make this happen. I don't think there's any wrong move there. I think the dirt one is the riskiest. Is all. Nothing sitting around on any of these tables for me to grab. No. Okay, yeah. Microchips is a big thing I need to find. I think I'll find one of them in the boiler room. Or, like, when I say the boiler room, I mean the room that can only be accessed after providing power through the boiler room to the red box. I think that's where one of them is. Okay, let's go corridor. Okay, hallway here. Great place for it. Then we'll go this way. We will do pantry. Or do we do chapel? Let's do chapel. Okay, now we go south. Library is what we want, but I think I'm going to do dark room instead. We can draft library later. I don't want to block off this corridor south, which is what we need to get to her ladyship's chambers. We will do indoor nursery. I think that'll be a good return on investment later. I'm going to turn the power off to the dark room so that if I find a utility closet, I can turn it back on later. Use a key. Something that goes right would be nice. I really don't like the situation. But we'll do archives. And then we'll go this way. I should have done the digging, but I just didn't know. Okay, hopefully this isn't locked. Okay, either of these would theoretically... I'm going to do cloister. It's going to deliver a letter to the mailroom. And then I get the indoor nursery. I also want to figure out how to get inside of this. Maybe if I go to the tomb and lower the staff there, this will do something. Let's do the archived one. Okay, guest bedroom, sure. And a key card. Can't complain about that. Honestly, anything would have really been fine there. Let's do dining room. And then we'll start going south. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, the like microchip symbol being the holly symbol. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Workshop, I want that. We're not gonna go through it yet, or do we want to go through it? Yeah, let's go through it. Broken handle. I have the broken handle and the magnifying glass. Maybe I can make something with that. No. I can't. That disproves my theory, no. Unless it combines with something else, like the metal detector. This would pay for itself. And I have the shovel. I don't know why I didn't dig in the other, the foundation room. Let's just draft it. Compass and shovel. Okay. Let's keep that in mind. We have the rabbit's foot and the coin purse, which we didn't get the chance to try last time. We have the compass and shovel. I have one of the two things. Just need a compass somewhere. This is going to be locked for sure. No? Okay. Let's raise security. Okay, great. This is gonna be locked though, right? No? Okay, this is really what I wanted the whole time. Now we just have to try to get the torch from the armory. A way to get keys would also be nice. Yeah, here we go. This will also deliver another letter. Okay, secret garden key. We could potentially get into the antechamber and maybe code check a basement key this run. Let's do it. There's the furnace. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. Oh, yes. Okay, this is actually kind of what I wanted. The Great Hall petitioning plan for Tuesday, January 5th. Okay, let's keep that in mind. This is their plan for how the rooms are going to work. Great Hall. This is still volume 1, right? Yeah, we've read this. Okay, let's draft a new room. Each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. Solarium, you're more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting. Dovecote. Whenever you draw Dovecote while drafting, you may rotate floor plans. These are all cool. I can see papers on the desk in this overhead view, which is why I'm going to choose this. Because that could be useful. Okay, let's use a special key, secret garden key. Okay, we've achieved rank 8. Apples are now spread everywhere too. Okay, yeah, that would have gotten us our first letter to the mailroom. Okay, this is making me think a hammer could be used here. No? Like, that seems like it's the case. Let's open this. Yeah. No, let's see. Are any of these unlocked? No. This one is. I don't have enough gems for that shit. Let's do Great Hall here, and then let's go back. Now that I have some dice, let's go back. No, I need the armory first. That's right. Shit. Okay, well, let's go straight through the Great Hall first. Let's unlock this one. There's no reason not to. We'll do the library. Because we want to do that. This is where we lost progress. Realm and Ruin. That's one of the ones we need. We would be reading it right now if I didn't be very idiotic. I think I bought everything from here, right? Let's not do the freezer. Let's do this random one. Oh, that's kind of what we wanted. I do want to draft the furnace straight from here, though. I don't have any keys, though. That is a problem. I could switch that down there while I'm at it. That wouldn't be an issue. Nope, wrong one. One more. Great, that's unlocked again. Then we go through the music room. Oh yeah, that's right. Food is spread everywhere. Great. Can't complain. We didn't draft a furnace, which I kind of want to do south of the boiler room if possible. But that can wait. I don't have keys yet, so I'm just going to eat this right now. It won't be a big deal. This feels like a room that would have a safe. I think I've said that before, and I never found anything here. I kind of like did a cursory look around. None of these candlesticks can move. No. Okay, yeah, that's fine. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a safe in this thing. There is. Remember when I was pointing out the little symbols on the back of this thing? It looks like CXXV, maybe, like a date. Like that would be 105 or 125. Maybe if we manage to get in there, we can use that to unlock the safe somehow. Still don't know how. We did dig in here, right? No, we didn't dig in here. Okay, there's a key. Maybe I should just go to the boiler room now. It's a lot of steps, but I have a lot of steps. You know what I mean? We also could go down foundation now that we have. Let's go down foundation now that we have the boiler room set up situation. Because this is a puzzle I want to solve. I do think a microchip is a likelihood here. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Yeah, let's start by raising it, which we can do by rotating this way, I think. When we go over here, and this will let us raise it, I do believe. Yes, but we're facing the wrong way, so we can't do it yet. We need to rotate it so that the other wedge is pointing that way. And I think we'll be able to get on from another direction. Which is annoying, because I should have done that from the beginning. I wonder if it's possible to run out of time in a day. Because there are clocks everywhere, and they do progress through the day, and you're not supposed to stay here overnight. So I wonder if I just get kicked off at a certain point. Is this the way? No, next one. And then this should let me do something. Because otherwise the puzzle's impossible. Yeah, it does. And then this is the only configuration we can put this in right now. But we can put it into a different configuration in a minute. I'm trying to figure out which way you come out of. I think you come out like one of these. I don't think you have a way to rotate it. So let's try to rotate it. Maybe we can see better from this side. We do still have to get to the north. So that is a consideration there. Yeah, we only have we only have two options for where we can place this, really. And that is one of them. That is the only option. We have to have it like this. I'm fairly certain. Oh yeah, sorry, wrong door, because it's at a different level, elevation level now. This is the only way we could possibly have this be positioned. Okay, let's see what we can do now here. Nothing. How do you figure? Huh. I suppose I could have this facing there and there. But how would I get that to that position? Oh, I can rotate it from down. Such a dumbass. Okay. Let's figure out where we want to go first. It looks like over there, right? Do we want to rotate it one more clockwise? I completely forgot you could rotate it. There's a rotating station here. Okay, one more clockwise, please. That looks good. Then we can also try it the other way too if we want, if it maybe leads somewhere else. But this is definitely going to do something. Okay. Yeah, I know that. Dock level, entry level, full drain. Yeah, I figured that out. Okay, here's another puzzle. Let's do this before you read anything. Okay. How can I get one of these to the top level? I'm gonna just spam buttons until something happens or doesn't happen, and I realize I fucked up in the beginning. Oh, I'm supposed to get them all to be black. That's right. I can do that. Maybe. Okay, let's restart. Those two are already fine. Okay, I cannot jump vertically, but I can jump horizontally. There we go. Shit. How do I do this? I don't understand the rules of this game. Now I'm really fucked. Once these go up to the top, there's no coming back for them, I don't think. We'll leave one of them on the bottom. No, we have to have them both here. Yeah, I can't do that. Okay, let's swap. No, we can't swap either. Yeah, we have to make sure whenever we're doing this, there's nothing above there. And then we need to get the yellow to the center, I think, is how this works. Because we need one thing at the bottom. Means we do this. And we need to somehow get the yellow to the center. There we go. And we press it again. Boom. That yellow is exactly where we want it. We can also bring this yellow up, and whatever we do, we cannot click that yellow. We just need to find a way to move one of these vertically now. How can I move these vertically? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. We can do that all we want. I just need one of these to move up a row. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, so this shouldn't be a problem because there's already only one down here, right? Yeah, that's what we can't do. So we have to make sure that whenever we're moving these up, we're not moving anything down at the same time. Which I'm not sure how I did that before. How did I cycle these around? I know I can't press the yellow right now. That's not an option. I could move one of the yellows up, but I can't because if I do that, then this gray is going to be permanently stuck down here. Oh, wait, no, I can move one of these up without issue. That's not a problem. So let's do that. 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 Oh, no, we don't want two up here. What am I doing? Okay. Yeah. I figured it out, though. We do that. We do that. No big deal. We cycle this around. We do that. We do this. Great. 2 more coins per day. I'm not sure what that does for me. And let's read this. Let's also write down the date. Foreman's log 228. After 10 days of pumping water up from the underground spring, the reservoir has finally been filled. It's a shame that the old station had to be flooded as a consequence of this action, but I suspect that may have been the actual reason they chose to build the reservoir here, and as an engineer, I agree that flooding is preferable to collapsing the entire tunnel. On the bright side, now that our water supply is no longer limited, we can start to leverage steam to a much greater extent. I suspect by this time next month, the steam-powered hoist at the main site will be able to run 24 hours a day. Great. Okay. So I'm not sure, this did a lot less for me than I thought it would, unfortunately. Is there another room I can get into? Yes, that one. Let's rotate this thing around so that I can get there. That looks like it is locked, but I have a key. Will it be enough? Okay, and one more. Okay, let's run all the way back. Honestly, reaching room 46 was a walk in the park. You could have made it a lot harder, old man. There's a lot more to explore down here. Oh. Oh. If you count small gates, 8 codes unlock 8 safes. So this has to be a date. Let's do, so it's either Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or something like that. Let's do Tuesday, January 5th. I don't remember where, I wrote that down on this run. Or wait, can I do March, May 2nd? Let's try, is there 2 in here? There's only one number. Well, that was easy. What was on May 8th? I don't know. But it was the only date I could spell out using that lock, and so I feel like I still solved it in a reasonable way. Oh my god, what the hell? Is that real? Can I get over there? Okay, let's read this first. Treasure trove. You found a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add treasure trove to your drafting pool? Plus 5 coins for each time you have drafted treasure trove. Ever? Yes, I do want that. Okay, Foreman's log 102. 113-1916. I knew what we were looking at as soon as we uncovered the first spire, but it wasn't until the first floor plan was unearthed that most of the crew realized what ruins we were exhuming. The border was the same pitch as the sunless cavern when we found it in. A dark, trimmed floor plan of ill-fated Orindia. We had found an authentic Blackprint. The sooner we seal the site back up, the better for us all. Damn. So, This is a literal floor plan or blueprint for the old city of Arindia. Capital of Arindia, whatever. This is number 1. May 8th. Dear Baron Sinclair, to begin, my name is Worth Loud. My father used to work for your father, the Right Honorable Baron Thomas Sinclair, between the years of 1915 and 1918, the former having died last month at the advanced old age of 89. May he sleep in soot and ash. He left behind his widow, 7 children, and 30-odd grandchildren. I write to you today, however, not to inform you of these family affairs of little consequence, but to tell you a little bit about my father. He lived his life towering above us in solemn silence like many members of his and your father's generation. He never spoke of the work he did in the mountains of Reddington, or the famous estate in which he was stationed. He never spoke of the Baron, not once. I tell you this only to relate that he never betrayed the confidence your father placed in him. The secrets he kept for your family he took with him underground. His elderly comrades and colleagues from his old mining outfit proved, however, to be not nearly as discreet and considerate with their words. During the wake, fueled by a seemingly endless supply of spirits, these venerable gentlemen embarked on a journey down memory lane, recounting as much of the good old days as they could dredge up. While such reminiscences might typically be dismissed as the fanciful ramblings of age, the volume and specificity of their accounts lend a certain credence to their words. Now me, I am not a presumptive man. I don't presume these stories to be true. I don't presume your house is host to secrets of this magnitude. Yet I find myself irresistibly drawn to the idea of sharing these tales, true or not. They seem, after all, stories worthy of being heard. I wonder if my current abundance of idle time fuels this urge. Perhaps I have too much time on my hands. Perhaps if one were to engage me in some worthwhile and profitable enterprise, my eagerness to pass the time by telling stories would be curbed. Was this the person who blackmailed him, or was that someone else? Oh wait, there's more. We're not blind to the irony of blackmailing you for a blackmail letter, and we're not proud to join the endless procession of those who have knocked on your mailbox looking for a handout. Particularly so when our methods lack the refined sophistication and class that this author so effortlessly wields. So this blackmail letter was taken by the blackmail group. And that's why later they're like, you need to put this shit in safes. Because the blackmail group was able to so easily find these letters. Interesting. So, presumably, H.S. Sinclair engaged in business with this person and then kept this letter, and then later this letter was stolen by someone else who then had proof, along with the other, 6 letters, then had proof of the fact that, he was hiding a political, agenda or something like that underground. Not a political agenda, like a fragment of a political past that if the government knew about, they would be very upset about. And so then they use that as blackmail. Along with my life. They've supposedly threatened me, I believe. Okay, let's go back. We have done everything we needed to do in there. We might as well pull the lever while we're over here. Who knows what we're going to do today. We have options. Okay, so we have 4 of the letters down now. And we know where 2 of the others are. Supposedly there are 7. It says 8, but one of them I should never find. I will never find, it said. Okay. Let us return. I don't think I have any interest in getting to room 46. What I do have an interest in is potentially saving the basement key. Or I could just go down to the reservoir right now, which might help me out. So I could unlock one more of those chests. Let's go down to the reservoir and unlock one of those chests. One of the ones I haven't already unlocked. If we get the water level to the right spot, could we sail the boat through that tube and get to the old city? Because right now it's rested on the rocks, but I think that's higher than that. That's an option. Okay, we've unlocked 2 chests. No, we've unlocked 3 chests. Oh, they stay unlocked. Nice. I don't have to write them down. So this is just pointless. This literally provides no new information. This one had allowance tokens in it. It's like the allowance tokens will be taken. Yeah, the box contains 3 allowance tokens. So let's do box 4. When I say box 4, I have a map where I drew down all the box locations, if you remember. And this one with box 4, I do think. Yes. So let's unlock it. The sanctum key is in a blue box. What is the sanctum? Okay, well, I suppose that means I'm going to ignore checking blue boxes from now on. Not that I even know what that means. Okay, let's go back up. So that tunnel is another thing to put on my to-do list at some point. Okay, we're back up top. Where do we want to go? Let's go south. Oh no, we have to use a key to go south, that's right. So, we'll go north, is that possible? Let's go north, let's do billiard room. Maybe get some keys out of that. Okay, 7. 1 squared is 1, plus 3 is 4 squared is 16, minus 14 is 2. 3 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10, 100. 100 divided by 20 is 5, divided by 5 is 1. Okay, 10 divided by 5 is 2, times 1 is 2, squared is 4, plus 4 is 8. Okay, honestly, 2 keys is basically what I was hoping for. Mount Holly gift shop is kind of pointless. Pantry is not necessarily pointless insofar as it gets me to go further north. So we can do that. If this takes a key, I do have to make a decision. I would like to save a key for the boiler room in the hopes that I could maybe, just maybe, get a laundry room. Okay. We can't do code check here because there'd be no point in doing code check here because the antechamber already would be blocked off because we'd be coming in. We need to come in from this side. So if we got the code check, we'd block off our ability to get the basement key. But we could check something else we have. Do we have anything worthwhile? I mean, a key card is not necessarily a bad thing to code check if you have nothing else to code check. We could use our 1 gem on the aquarium. We're going to go back through the indoor nursery anyway, so it's not a big deal. Let's do whatever this archived one is. I'm going to gamble. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't really too worried about getting up to the top anyway. Honestly, 2 keys is actually pretty big for me right now. Because I'm going to use one of those on the foundation. Just because I have an excess of keys now, and I've already gone through, so I might as well do it. I also could just go back down the bottom in the reservoir, but I don't really want to right now. I would do this to deliver another letter. Let's just do the archived one. Maybe it'll help me out. Fuck you. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the green, or the nursery, whatever. Should have done that first, to be truthful. And we're not going to worry about anything over here. We're going to go outside. Oh, wait, no, I don't even have the armory. No, I do need to go this way. I know I'm wasting steps. What else can I do? This could very well be a garage. I'm just going to choose one of these and hope that it goes straight. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, because the run is pretty much over now anyway, for discovering new things. So I could take my 3 keys down. I guess I could take one of them back to the boiler room, you know? Do I have enough steps to even do that? Yeah, because I can go through the foundation, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that first. And then we'll take the remaining 2 keys back down to the reservoir. I'm pretty confident there's a safe in here. That's my main theory right now for where the other safe is. Now, what we want to draft here is, above all else, either a laundry room or a furnace. And to do that, we do have to switch this back, which is fine because we've already done everything we need to do in the other room. It's not like we need gems ever again. Or like, sorry, it's not like we're going to need that 1 gem down there ever again. It's not worth going on my way for. So I'm just going to use the key here. And I'm going to hope. We're going to hope and we're going to pray. It's not worth recycling. Okay. Yeah. Let's go over to the... Is it worth going over to the Great Hall and going up? We could waste all our keys that way. Yes, up to Secret Garden. That's option number 2. Or we could just go back down to the foundation and unlock 2 more chests. Honestly, let's just do that. What are we going to get out of... We'd have to draft a code check and a room that turns left and unlock the correct door in the Great Hall. So we'd use both of my 2 keys. Let's just go back this way. Mailroom would also have been kind of cool, but we can draft that at any time. It doesn't have to be this run. Oh. Should have grabbed that earlier. Oh, would there be been one in the indoor nursery too? Not that it matters. I mean, what am I going to do with it? Okay, I'm going to end my run down here. Honestly, drafting that bunk room actually kind of helped me quite a bit. Because I am still in like the mindset that my runs have to be geared towards getting up the antechamber, you know, but not necessarily. Another thing I can do is try to fill out the trophy room more. Seems like the type of game that would actually have secrets related to that. I mean, I know I saw one in the gift shop. Okay, let's not open any blue boxes. The next one I'm going to open is going to be this red box, which is number 5. Only 1 box in the reservoir has a prize. Okay, we don't know if that's true or not. Because this is unhelpful. Green Mimbos found in boxes in the water are true. The fact that this is false does not mean that all the green memos are false. It just means that all of them are not true. There's at least one that's false. I think this is false, right? Because the Sanctum key and the allowance tokens that were in here would both qualify as prizes under my interpretation of prize. Okay, let's unlock this white one. Only 1 blue box in the water contains a memo with a true statement. Okay. So, what does this mean? We already know this one's false, obviously. We don't know if that's true or false yet. If we open this one up and it is true, then we know that this one is false, and vice versa. So actually, opening this blue box will be important, even though we know the second key can't be in it. Okay. But that is something for next time, I think, right? We're just going to end it. Let's just call it a day. Because there's nothing we can do, even if we draft Tomb, right? Yeah, let's just call it. Besides, I want to work my way through the library stuff. Okay, day 61. Wait, what? I thought we were day 56 last time. I swear we were day 56 last time, honestly. Okay. We still need to do this. Okay, also I should write down somewhere, maybe next to the workshop room, golden compass and shovel. I still remember it. We didn't find either of those combos last time. We have had the rabbit's foot coin first combo one time. Okay, then... Oh, I went straight back accidentally. I meant to go this way. Pantry. Okay, let's go this way. Pool, nook. Let's do pool here. Seems a bit weird, but pump room could be useful in some universe. Drawing room, sure. I can try some of the dates I've discovered. What are some of the dates I've discovered, you may ask? We already tried May 2nd. Let's try 12, 13. No, okay, let's try January 5th. Okay, let's try March 1st. I'm trying it in both formats. Let's try January 13th. Wait, I just did the same thing twice. Okay, none of those are right. Those are all the dates I have written down here. Okay, let's draft it this way. Locksmith is always good to have. I might just buy now. Should have thought about that, because I do want the lockpick kit. Let's see if we can get another coin somehow. Sure, storeroom. That's how you get a coin. I could have gambled on Chepel having coins in it, but I probably would have just lost a coin. Okay, lockpick kit is going to save us a lot of keys over the long run. It's also used in a contraption. Okay, this entire area is closed off, which is fine. I still have many options. There's a trunk. Can't lockpick get that, though, I don't think. Let's do spare room here. Yeah, I can't lockpick get that. Okay, let's go back. Go this way. Ah, I don't like any of this. We'll do observatory. Maybe I'll get gems back from this. Okay, I don't want to draft this one. I'm pretty sure this is the dead ends are more common. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, that's more dead ends are common. +1 gem, though, is not bad. I mean, obviously it could be better, but, like, I'm not gonna complain. Let's take the Nook. I know it's not an ideal spot for it. Kind of limiting my options here, but Whatevs. Let's use the key. I think it'll be valuable. Yeah, see, we got the key back and we got more out of it. It's almost always worth it. I've learned. Okay, this is basically exactly where security would be nice to have. Now, it does block off one of the foundation entrances, but that's truthfully fine. Great. Yeah, we can't go that way. Laboratory here is not good unless we draft utility closet right after or get a key card magically. So we don't really have a choice but commissary here. Magnifying glass still in stock? No. Okay, let's continue. Chapel here. That's fine. I'm fine with losing coins at this point. Foundation that way. Let's draft this way first. Great, this is why you love the lockpick kit. We don't have the gems for this, so it's either bunker or parlor. I think the obvious choice here is parlor since we have 0 gems. I really want to draft armory. That's the main thing on my mind. Only one statement is true. A box next to this box is true. Okay, so let's say this is false. Sorry, so let's say this is true. This cannot be true, because if this is true, this is the true statement, meaning this has to be false, but this isn't false if that's true. This has to be false. 100% this is a false box. If this is true, then this is true. Has to be true, because otherwise there's no way to figure out where the gems are, so the gems have to be in here. Feels like it goes back to being one of the easy ones. Okay, I can't pick this lock. Let's just open it anyway. I like keeping our options open here with the dining room. I'm not going to go in yet, though. I'm going to go over to the... Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, I am going to go. I should have looked over there first. Waste of coins and steps. Nice, we get coins back. Great. Hallway doors are always unlocked. This is huge, because if we draft Great Hall, that is just automatically amazing for us. This is another room that feels like there could be a safe in it. What if the security room is tied to the rooms with safes or valuables? Like, why would there be security if there wasn't? Let's just keep going. Okay, we can read this now. Okay, so this would be page 1. Remember, we're going to write down both options here for page counting. So page 1, and this needs to be on... This is the blue-backed book. It looks blue. Could also be green, but let's just pretend it's blue. Since... Yeah, I can't really see what else. It would be... Okay, blue. Okay, let's see, this is page 1, and we have to go to page 3, word 1. Page 1, page 2, page 3. This is option number 1, or page 1, 2, 3, word 1, which would be the. Let's write this down. / the. Neither of those really feel right? Unless I'm interpreting the whole X, Y, Z, A, B, C thing wrong. Maybe all that means is that once you get to Z, you circle back around, and so actually X. But this still would make no sense to me. Because how do you know if A or B or C is referring to numbers 1 or whether it's referring to numbers 27, 28, 29? I don't know, man. Plus, I don't think there's 26 pages in this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, there's not even 26 pages, so it has to be page 1, 2, 3. So page 1, 2, 3. It would either read the word this as the first one, or the word the, or to. If you don't count the subheaders. Or the alternative option is that this is the green covered book, and it's page 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, word 5, or 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd still be the word the in this case, if we counted the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Word 1, 2, 3, 4 / routes. We're just writing down all the options. Okay, whatever. I'm writing down all the possible options so I can interpret it later. I think it'll be fine. What lies this way? I don't care about bookshop. I do not care about study. I mean, I could test the dates out in there, but I don't know if that would even work. I have a feeling none of them would work. But it is free. I know. This is the only one that actually lets me keep going in a direction, but that's fine. I think we'll just take the study. I'll grab the gem. Yes, we know that this is the queen room. Yes, we know that there's a safe in here. No, I don't know how to unlock it. It looks identical to the other one. Maybe we can try 1225 again. No. Yeah, that figures. There's really nothing that indicates dates on here. I mean, I've looked at this globe so much. I've looked at pint and paint. I've looked at 34 letters in the message. Yes, 8 dates unlocked, 8 dates crack, 8 safes. If you count small gates, whatever the fuck. Let's just try all the dates we have. So we have May 2nd. We have 12/13. We have January 5th. We have 3-1. We have 1-13. Okay. None of those are clearly right. I feel like we'll come across a date that'll make sense for this, but we just don't have it yet. Okay, I'm going to actually go back up here and look at these stats, because I think it might be interesting to see. Okay, this is the one that's not interesting, right? Let's check over here. My first claim ticket, first item checked, compass, top 3 checked items, power hammer, broken lever, key card. Okay. My favorite floor plans, East Wing Hall, can't seem to ever pass it up. Pretty much true. Most drafted, Den, then Parlor, then Nook. Most paid for, security, 41 gems, commissary, 27, drawing room, 25. Most time spent in library, yes, that makes sense. I'm always reading things in here. Then storeroom, then the foundation. Why do I spend a lot of time in the foundation? Is it just because I'm always passing through it? Digging things up in there, I guess? Storeroom makes almost no sense to me. When am I ever spending time in the storeroom? Contraptions I've made. Power hammer. Bookshop receipt. History of Orindia. 50 gold. Paid in full. Have a great day. Largest purchase. Stamp collection. Wait, what? Oh, if I look at stamps with the magnifying glass, I put them in my stamp collection. Don't know if that's necessary at all, but, Most avoided floor plans. Sauna. Laundry room. Secret passage. Sounds about right. Highest grade 2. Oh, that's because I lost the progress of the day where I made it all the way to grade 6 or 7. We need to do another classroom run at some point for sure. Let's just keep going up here. Drafting studio. Yes, let's do it again. No reason not to, right? Still say the same thing. January 6th. Why didn't I put that down anyway? Wait. No, now it says Wednesday, January 6th. Before it said Tuesday, January 5th. It's not January, is it? Oh, that's the current date. I think. I think it's been 2 months. Because I remember it being like November. It's been 60 days though, right? It does make sense. Okay. This is actually huge though, because it tells you the specific Great Hall plan for that day. Oh. So you know exactly what leads to what. Not that it matters for me today because I have the 4 years, so I don't even need to pay attention to that, but... Okay, let's see here. We have the kennel, we have the clock tower, and we have the dormitory. Each time you enter a dormitory after drafting a drafting room, gain 10 steps. Let's do the clock tower. It seems kind of interesting. Like there's a huge staircase here. There might be something going on in this room. Oh, sorry. I think that's what I want to do. I don't think it really matters too much. I'm going to draft them all at some point. Okay, let's do coat check. No, there's no point in doing coat check all the way up here, right? I'm never getting back to this spot. Let's just do a closet. Did I actually... Yeah, I did do a dining room. This one takes the aquarium. So maybe we hold off. Honestly, I don't really want to come back to this part of the map ever again, so let's just eat it. Okay. South. This way. Lose another coin. We could unlock a lot down there. I think we have to, because what else are we going to do? We need a key card for the security door as well, which I kind of forgot about. I should have been thinking about that. Oh well. So what else is there for me to do this run? But to use my 6 keys on 6 chests downstairs, which honestly I kind of like. It's not often I have this many keys. And I do think that would get us a good portion of the chests done. It would get us all the ones in the water. It would get us most of the ones on the close shore. Let's just go and do it. Okay, let's unlock this blue one here, so that way we can figure out the only one box contains true member. Okay. The box containing allowance tokens is marked by the double wind mark symbol. Well, this one had allowance tokens, so this shouldn't have a wind mark symbol on it. Yeah. So I guess there's no other box with allowance tokens. Okay. So this was number 7. I'm going to take a second to write down. Okay. So what this means is if this is false, then that means this green one here is true. Green memos and blue boxes are true, is true. Which means blue boxes is what we want to start to check. Let's check this red one first, though, and then we'll check blue ones, because even though I know the sanctum key isn't in there, let's just check it anyway. We're going to want to eventually check all of these. The sanctum key is not in a box in the water. Yes, we already know that because we've already checked all of them. Okay, so we're in a kind of sticky situation where blue boxes are the ones we want to check and also don't want to check. Let's go and check this one here. Actually, no, let's check the one on the other side. Wait, this is box, according to my map, this is box 9. Let's just go in order. A black box contains allowance tokens. Okay, we know that's not true. The white box contains allowance tokens. Okay, let's go this blue box. The green memos in boxes near this box are both lies. Okay. So I'm guessing these two are going to have green memos. Yeah, this has got to be a lie. The sanctum key is not in a box. It is buried. Okay, so the sanctum key is in a box. Great. And then this is also going to be a lie, correct? Green memos are lies. Green memos are truths. Does that apply to all green memos? Just so that's huge information we just got. Because that would imply that this is true. Which means that allowance tokens don't count as a prize, or the sanctum key doesn't count as a prize, right? I think allowance tokens are a prize, and the sanctum key is just a key then. Or maybe this just means green memos are not necessarily always lies. They're 50-50, you know? I think that's what that means. Either way, we made big progress here. We know that there are 11 boxes left it could be in. Except it can't be in a blue box. That cuts down 2 of them. That means there are 9 boxes left that could contain the sanctum key. What is the sanctum, I hear you ask? And I'm also thinking the same thing. Maybe, here is a guess. If you take the boat down there, it leads to that, like, hidden castle area. And you need a sanctum key to get through the door. There's a theory for you. But I think that's a theory we're going to have to test out next time. The only thing I can think of doing is just going back up and maybe we draft Shrine or something in the outside room. That could be helpful. We're going to lose one of our coins just getting there. We're going to give a pitiful 2-coin blessing. What awaits me outside? Lots of fog. It's a foggy day out here. Still haven't drafted the armory again. Which is a bit annoying. I mean, let's just draft the tool shed, I guess. Wow, I can do a lot with both of these this run. I can do nothing with them. So let's just end the day. And I think that's also going to do it for the episode. I have a lot of leads to track down next time. I have the reservoir. I have the safes. I have the sanctum. I have the boat thing, which could be the same thing as the sanctum. I have the new clue. I have the... What else do I have? The admin key. I have some of the challenges, like the Dead Ends challenge. I have Her Ladyship's Diary and the Torch Room. I also have some new rooms to check out that are in the draft pool, such as the clock tower. There's also the solarium, I think. I drafted the solarium. I drafted the clock tower. Did I draft one other thing? I might have. I might have also drafted the... I forgot what the other one I drafted was. Or added to the draft pool. Oh, treasure trove, right? plus the sauna I've still never been inside of. So there's a lot of stuff for me to still investigate. So I still am definitely going to play this for a few more episodes. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I always appreciate you guys sticking around to the end of the episode. I'll see you next time for, hopefully, a more efficient exploration where I can actually solve one of the many things that is, been an ongoing quest line, so to speak. But that's going to happen next time. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.